Hi Scorpio, welcome to your March reading. Let's see what we have for my Scorpios. First card out, 3 of Pentacles. We'll get a few more. 9 of Pentacles. Possibly really money focused right now. Wow, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, obviously money focused, but with these specific cards, this is really telling me that you are finally in a place where you can give to others. You have enough. You have some to spare. It's all because you kind of honed in and possibly perfected some sort of craft here, got something off the ground, made some sort of career change, and it put you in a really good spot. It's almost like you're entering a chapter where you're starting to finally reap what you sow, and you're finally starting to see the bounty or the harvest from something that you may have started even quite some time ago. It's finally coming to the surface, and it's putting you in a space where you feel like you can be the giver now, instead of the receiver. You can be the one who, I don't know, like surprises someone by sending them money or a gift or treating someone, you know? It's like now you're in that space where you can treat others. Page of Cups and Temperance. Yeah, you have so much to offer. You've built something up, like I keep hearing like from the ground up, like you started from the bottom, now you're here. You are finally seeing the rewards. You finally also have a good routine or a good flow down where you're being very strategic with your time. And it's so cool because I see you sort of stepping into this next level, but remaining extremely humble. I don't know why I'm getting that from this card. It's like you are, you're really maintaining that like humility here. So when you are kind of in that situation where you want to treat others, you want to do something special for someone else, you want to give them something, you want to offer something, you aren't doing it in a pompous or ignorant way. You know, you don't, it's like someone who has money, but they're not flashy. They don't necessarily want other people to know what they have, because that's the thing, right? You can go one of two ways when you're abundant. You can be that person that, and this isn't a bad thing, but you know, you have the jewelry and the clothes and the car, and you want people to see like, yeah, I made it. And then you've got the other person who has all the money and all the things, and they don't buy the flashy clothes or car. They invest, or they just move quieter. You know, that's kind of how I feel you are. You're moving quietly, which is a good place to be, because when you are in that space, and if you do move in a more loud or flashy way, you're going to attract more vultures. So I think this is a lot to do with your self-preservation, how you want to protect yourself, your assets, your resources, what's important to you, what you really worked hard to receive. I mean, the place where you are now, it did not fall into your lap. It did not go without some pretty hard work. I can see a lot of time was put into something, and you're finally reaping the benefits of it, but you're staying very quiet. And if you're not, then that's the advice. Or if you feel like, I guess I should say, that's not naturally in your nature to stay quiet about things, it would behoove you to do it in this moment, at this time, during Pisces season. Stay quiet, move quietly. Nobody has to know you're abundant. You're still abundant at the end of the day. So keep that in mind. Queen of Wands, very powerful manifester. And I always really take notice of the diamond on her chest, the cutout in her shirt. It's really like pointing energy towards the heart chakra and also out of it, which kind of ties me back to the Page of Cups. Your heart's really in this, and you are being very humble. And with the Six of Pentacles, like, you're someone who you want to share your abundance with others. Like, it wouldn't mean anything to you if you had all the money in the world but no one to share it with. You're someone who you need someone to share it with. You need someone to spoil. You need someone to spend it on. It's kind of like, just an example is like, say you have the means to take a trip, but your friend doesn't. And you don't care about the money, you just want someone to share it with. So you just tell them, like, I got it, like, I'm taking care of this, you know? So you're in that energy. You want to spread the wealth here, but I feel like you're being quiet because you want to be choosy about who you share this with. You don't want everyone to know what you have, you know, and that's really wise, I think. 10 of Cups. I really think you want to build, like, this is so geared towards finances. I can't really see another message here, so you'll know it's for you or not, but it feels like someone trying to increase their financial status and their resources so that they can be a provider, so that they can have a family, you know, they can be stable, they can choose wisely who they want to share it with and then do that. I mean, that feels like the ultimate goal here. And your efforts are not going unnoticed. And I think you know that, which is why you don't have to speak on it. You know, it's like it speaks for itself. Your financial security, your energy, your motives, your morals, your intentions, they all speak for themselves. You do not have to convince or preach or anything like that. And if you haven't seen the money come yet, it is on its way. Keep pushing. But I think you've at least seen some of this abundance start to trickle in. 6 of Cups. It's so cool because there's so many coin cards, but now we're getting the cups, and you have a pure motivation with all of this. It's like you don't want to get rich just for the sake of getting rich. Like, your heart is in this. That's what I keep seeing. I don't know why, like, kids really feel involved here. So, like, you could be saving or building up your finances so that you can have children, so that you can have a family, so that you know that when your children need something, you already have it to give. You can easily hand it over. Well, not easily, you know. You would want your people to work just as hard as you for your, for your winnings, but you are willing to support and to help and to guide. Queen of Pentacles. Really focused on that stability. And two, you're going about it in such a wise way. You know, stability comes first. Emotional fulfillment, the family, the house, the relationship, that comes after. Like, your ducks are in a row. I think your priorities are on point this month and, for the foreseeable future. It could also be that you have finally found someone to share your wealth with, to share your earnings or your winnings, whatever it is. Page of Wands. Got your eyes on the prize. Aries got this too. They also got the Queen of Wands. It could just be in the air this Pisces season, but not letting anything distract you or take your focus away from what you know is important to you. So I think everyone deep down, they know what they have to do to make themselves happy. Everybody knows. It's just, are you willing to do it or not? So I can see in your cards that you have already been working towards this. You are willing to do the work because you know exactly what's going to make you happy. And maybe it's not having kids, like, you'll know what it is. I think for a lot of the Scorpios out there, it is the family unit, it is the children, it is the relationship, the house, the home, the whatever. that's what you're really wanting to get, but you know how things work. You have to be methodical about this. There are certain steps you need to take. And I think you have a great understanding that not everything comes at once. The Lovers. Some hard choices in front of you too, possibly. I mean, when you are dreaming big, or when you have that pinpoint direction, every decision you face, it just is it's a catalyst. It's going to shoot you in one direction or the other. And I think I just see a lot of methodical, very careful, calculated decision making right now. It's really going to pay off. It's already paid off, but it's going to pay off even more. I can see that. So really, if you're feeling impatient at all, or if you feel like you haven't quite, seen the tangible proof that this is working out for you, you're going to see it soon. You really got to stick with it. Don't stop working towards it. Don't stop. Like, you're on the cusp of all of this. It's like the next phase of your life. It's all happening, the world. It's like literally the next phase. Wow. Yeah, what you're stepping into is bigger than what you've ever experienced before. I just really feel, for some reason, like this Nine of Pentacles, the number 9, the numbers don't always stick out to me in the cards. It's really sticking out to me in this card. So whether it's 9 months or 9 years, it's like a pretty big chunk of time that you've been putting work into something, whatever it is to you. You'll know. It's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say that. It's like you have been putting time into this. It's finally, like, with the garden metaphor too, it's like it takes so much work to build a garden, for one, plant the seeds, like nurture it every day, water it, like it takes so much tending. It really does. To have a beautiful garden, you have to tend to it day in and day out. I think that's what you've been doing with this one particular goal. And when you finally get that bloom or that harvest, it just makes everything worth it. It's like, and to some of you might be having children, because I keep getting that, and I just got the message of like when you're pregnant and 9 months. Okay, someone might be having a child or starting a family, but anyway, 9 months of pregnancy, it's a lot. Like, it's a big commitment. You have to go through all those 9 months and the labor pains and then all of these things that you have to endure. But when your baby is in your arms, like, you don't think about all of that stuff. So once this manifests fully, like, you're gonna stop thinking about all the work and the long days and all the moments when you asked yourself, like, is it even worth it? Like, is this even gonna pay off? Yes, it will. And it is happening now. So I'm gonna leave it there, Scorpios. I hope you have a great rest of your March.